Hello, I'm Russ Krachun from Horsemanship, and today I would like to share with you my philosophy of my discovered philosophy methodology in round pen. Step number 1, educate horse travel consistent and consistently forward, left and right direction.
Because I'm going to build from day one, from this first step. I'm going to build trust and communication and relationship between me and her. That's getting on your horse. Each body part, and look and concentrate your energy and send all the energy from your body to this horse and say, please go forward. Okay?
Today we will talk about voice command and body language. Why it's important to use our voice command and our body language. Say for example, if horseman step right away in the round pen with whip or flag or lasso in his hand, and start to apply physical pressure to the horse and educate horse consistent travel left and right direction. If he's gonna use whip in his hand, he's gonna start to whip behind the horse hindquarters, create energy so horse go forward. If you have a flag, he will start to use a flag to create physical pressure behind horse hindquarters to make horse I come back and saying to make horse to go forward. If you're gonna have a lasso in his hand, he will gonna start to throw a lasso in the horse hindquarters to create physical pressure behind horse hindquarters so horse will travel left or right direction, whatever horseman desire from the horse. In my opinion, as a horseman, it's controlling in this moment when we're applying physical pressure behind horse hindquarters. We control an animal. We dominate the animal right away, controlling horse feet. We not explain, we not educate the horse, we're not teaching him our body language, and we not educate our horse with voice command. And that's why exactly after when we transfer this methodology to the lunge line methodology or the first riding methodology, we're using our whips, we're using other horsemen in the round pen to make horse to go forward. So all the time we're applying physical pressure to make horse to go forward. But what if we just think a little bit and we start to educate horse to understand our voice command and understand our body language? How we can transfer our body language and how we can transfer our voice command to the future methodology in our horsemanship. When we're lunging our horse, when we're riding our horse, when we're trail loading our horse, when we're putting our horse in the stall, when we're putting our horse in the paddock, when we take our horses from the paddock, when we educate our horse to travel through the obstacles and build confidence, we can use our body language, our voice command to educate the horse to go forward consistently without applying physical pressure behind horse hindquarters.
And etc. So now let's talk about how we're going to educate horse go consistent and how we're going to educate a horse go consistently. Everything that I'm doing with horse, I apply 3 times repetition on each side. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, in the ground, with bridle, or under saddle. You hear many times when we throw a rope on the horse, right? Horse have to travel forward, right? You saw in round pen when we take a rope, I just want to show you all the cues what they're teaching us before, right? So if I take rope and I throw on the hindquarters, horse have to travel forward. That's wrong. That's again exactly the same like lunging. Apply physical pain. Okay, we will learn about extending time and how to teach the horse stay still. If I will take whip, okay, if I take whip and I say you have to go forward, if you're not going forward, what you're doing, we're applying physical pain and we ask our horse to go forward, okay? Why horse go forward when I'm using whip or I'm throwing lasso? Because it's a physical pain, physical pressure, nothing else, period. okay? You can see how Gemma react right now, right? But that's what teaching us to. If I have a whip, you have to go forward, okay? If she's not gonna go forward, then I'm gonna start to apply more physical pain. Not interesting on this at all, okay? Not interesting. Just create aggression, okay? Horse going forward, just something happened behind the horse. When we go into round pen, in the first minute, and we right away, when human go into round pen, he wants right away result from the animal. He wants right away ask horse to go forward, right away. Again, wrong. When I start the round pen and I don't know this animal, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take my flag, I'm gonna take my lasso, or I don't have nothing in my hands at all. And I'm just gonna walk in the round pen. This animal, I don't know this animal, she don't know me. I have to spend time with my animal, spend time in the round pen, so horse will understand I'm not a predator. I'm not gonna make her work right away and dominate her feet to make her go forward. I'm gonna raise my flag up, I'm gonna see how she react. I'm not going to take my lasso and throw rope here and see how she reacts, if she fine or not, if she afraid or not, okay? I'm going to learn about her. I'm going to ask her to go forward a little bit, see how she reacts on my words and my body language. I'm going to start to communicate with her. Remember, this is horse never been touched before. We cannot go and touch this horse and let her smell us. Everything we're just walking around horse and see how she reacts to us, how she accepts us as a human. We cannot, it seems like if I take you and I'm going to put you in a gym work and I'm going to say, work right now. I didn't warm up your body, I didn't warm up your mind, and I work right away with you. That's exactly what's happened with horse when they go right away in round pen and start to go forward and ask your horse to go forward. So before we even continue step number one, and each of you gonna go and work with Gemma, I would like to explain a little bit, okay? So give me idea what step number one consistent and consistently can educate horse in round pen in the future. You understand my question?
When we ask our horse to go forward in round pen, consistent or consistently, or we ask our horse to travel consistent and consistently under saddle, or we teach our horse to travel consistent and consistently in the lunge line. If you're going to use whip behind the horse or swing the rope behind the horse will concentrate what's happened behind him. Because horse will gonna see, he will feel this physical pressure behind his hind quarters. Because reality, if horse not gonna go forward, if you're gonna point and horse and ask your horse go forward and horse not going forward, you start to using whip to whip the air. If horse not going forward, then you start to applying physical pressure to the horse hind quarters, so horse go forward. After horses start to pull back, run away from you, wear up, go backwards, refuse go forward, and we blame our animal. But reality is same exactly with rope. When we swing rope behind the hind horse and ask him go forward, it's again I come back. That's a physical pain, a physical pressure. We just making a horse to go forward. But what if we just take and throw all this methodology away completely? Just throw and put this animal. Take our time, take our patience, start to be a teacher, start to be an educator, and put horse in the round pen and start to educate him with our voice command and a body language to go consistent and consistently. When I'm saying consistent, what I mean by consistent? Consistent, when I point and clock, it means you have to go forward. What I mean by consistently? Consistently, when I ask you to travel forward on the walk, trot, or lope, whatever horseman or I desire from my horse, you have to travel and never stop. If you finish very well, consistent and consistently, we will never gonna educate horse travel forward consistent and consistent. We will never gonna have problem after educate horse in the lunge line through the obstacles, under saddle, travel and etc. because horse will understand his body language and our body language in our voice command. If I'm gonna step in a round pen right away, and like I said before, and right away ask my horse to go forward, I want right away from my horse so he can respond right away to me. Or I believe we have to give time to our animal. It's same like if I'm gonna step in the class in the school and teacher gonna say you have to do this right away. I'm gonna lose my confidence. I'm gonna be shy. I might gonna get anxiety. I'm not gonna pass test. I'm not gonna learn, and I'm gonna have problems. And I'm gonna start to hate this class. But strong students with strong mind, they can control this, and teacher can make them. But weak students can fall apart. They're gonna start to hate it. They're gonna shut down, and they're gonna go away. And that's exactly the same happen with horses. When we're gonna put horse in round pen and start to educate him to go consistently forward, we have to give him time. It might not gonna happen today. It might not gonna happen tomorrow. Maybe it's gonna happen end of the month. But horse will understand. He will learn. He will build confidence from the day one. He understands horseman, he communicate, he educate him. So if I'm gonna stay in the round pen, just stay in the round pen, completely in opposite side, and just from the horse, and just learn about the horse. Just see how he move, how he lower his head, how he use his hindquarters, how he use his shoulders, if he is flighty, if he is not. I learn about physical abilities, I learn about his mental abilities. I guarantee you, horse in the round pen will not gonna stay like a statue. Okay, he will gonna move. Birds fly around, sounds around him. He curious about the walls. He gonna start to move. So as a horseman, I have to find this moment when horse start to move him by himself. These feet. I'm gonna associate my body language point, and I'm gonna clap. So horse will understand when he moving his feet forward, it's my cues command, my voice command coming at the same time. But I will not gonna stay in the same time and clack and point and clack and point. I'm gonna make a very small portion. When horse gonna make one step or two steps or three steps, I will gonna go away completely opposite from my horse and a different side. And again, I'm gonna I'm gonna repeat from different sides, from the left side and from the right side, till he finally understands me when I point and when I clap. It's mean move your feet forward. But like I come back before, I explain you again. I will give a chance to move horse feet by himself. When he will gonna travel by himself in round pen, I will associate my voice command in my body language with his movement. So he will understand this and learn without controlling him and without dominating him. I believe as a horseman, only horseman knowledge, desire to learn and understand horse physical and mental abilities will bring us to the success between each other, between horseman and horse. I'm looking forward to continue sharing you my Cossack horseman philosophy and methodology with you. Thank you very much, and I see you soon.